Don't miss the event that's been over 65 million years in the making. Walking with Dinosaurs, the live experience. July 30th through August 3rd at Madison Square Garden. Tickets now at Ticketmaster and thegarden.com.
Two teams with 1 quarter of lacrosse left for the right to call yourself the 2008 FCX champions on the Pontiac Lacrosse Game of the Week. And at the start of the 4th quarter means one thing, that our good buddies from SportsGist.com are nominating their SportsGist.com student athletes of the game, and we got a couple real good ones. For Ridgefield, it's the senior, Matthew Gallioni. Look at the GPA in the classroom, 3.6, 2,200 on the SAT out of 2,400. He will attend Wake Forest. And for Darien, the Blue Wave, Matt Nestor, the senior midi, 3.9 GPA. Are you kidding me? He is your FCX Scholar Athlete of the Year. There's a look at Mr. Nestor. Still uncommitted for college. You know he's going to go to a great one. Gentlemen, congratulations. Your $250 scholarships on behalf of SportsGist.com are on their way. You are our student athletes of the game.
Matty Nestor, a 3-sport athlete on the soccer team and the skiing team. Injured his back. He's a downhill skier, so not 100% for lacrosse this spring.
Yeah, he's the goalie on lacrosse. Had a real good year
on the soccer team, but a great career at Darien, on and off the field, obviously. So congratulations to Mr. Gallioni and Nestor.
So the 4th quarter's underway on the Pontiac Lacrosse Game of the Week. Outstanding ball game here. Darien now with an opportunity. The shot goes wide. Boy, we thought after last week's overtime thriller between Chaminade and St. Anthony's would be a tough act to follow. But the Connecticut boys have held up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, this has been a great game, a great answer by Ridgefield. Darien got the momentum back. Now 12 final minutes. Should be interesting to see what Ridgefield does with Foley. He's burned him from a couple outside shots. How far out will they go on him?
Tough angle for Delaney, dumps behind. Desenchek now goes up top, got a big shot coming here, but there's a save on the inside. DePrima went down and got it off stick side. But off the rebound, it's Desenchek once again.
Good save by DePrima. He read it all along. He's got to clean up the rebounds, though.
Chaz Brickman then unloads one that goes wide.
It's turning into a shooting gallery for the Blue Wave right now. Defense needs to stop.
Here comes Darien once again. Worth a mention, though. Senior goalie Brad DePrima sees this one go right by him. Mike Ryan Jr. makes it a 2-goal lead.
Ryan did a good job as the ball went around. He crept in, and crept in even closer. Next thing you know, he was picking corners, and he had a great screen. Look at that. Get ready to shoot, aim, and fire. As he just steps right in. Perfect placement. Fires up the Blue Wave bench.
So 2nd goal of the night for Mike Ryan, will head off to Williams College next year. The leading scorer for Darien, goal number 57 on the season. And Williams is getting a steal, as we said earlier, by getting the Darien captain, Mike Ryan.
Critical ground ball pickup there by the Tigers. Can they get in the box and run something offensively?
Slick pickup that time by Colin Scott. So at the 10-minute mark, 10:15 to go here in the 4th quarter. Ridgefield down a pair. They've shown a lot of intestinal fortitude in this game to stick around every time they face deficits. They got to mount another charge again.
They got White in the middle.
Ball hits the ground. And White comes out to pick up the loose change.
Let's see if he takes it himself here.
White over the 50 ground ball mark for the season. Jordan Tiger now, back to White. White loads and fires and scores. Nobody can stop Matt White now as he lets a laser go right past Jamison Love.
He does not need a lot of space or a lot of energy to get that shot cranked up. He gives it up and gets it right back. The defense forgets about him for just long enough for him to go low to high. That shot he cranks off at Jefferson because that thing was moving on up. Look at this, he goes low and then beats him up high past the stick. Man,
that was a beautiful look at the replay from the backside from the MSG production crew. That shot had some giddy up on it, and it's a 1-goal game once again. the Ridgefield Tigers. They've heard all the talk in the state of Connecticut that they've never won this. It's a proud town with a great tradition of lacrosse at the youth level, over 500 kids in the Youth Lacrosse League. They had never won an FCAC playoff game before this year. Well, this year, they've made it to the FCAC finals, and they are slugging it out with the 10-time champion, the Blue Wave of Darien, down only a goal with 9 minutes left.
This call is not going to be popular with the Darien fans. Ridgefield had nothing going on offensively. They're putting the ball on the floor all over the place, but they get it back.
Quickly, Ridgefield into their offensive set. Gallioni now, the sophomore. On to the stick of Matt Baker. Baker, oh, great poke check that time. Awesome defense by Ryan Mulligan. And Mulligan gets a push from behind, and the whistle will come. But solid work by the junior defender, Ryan Mulligan of Darien.
A critical call here. Andy Stockfish can't believe it. Does he get tripped up by the turf, or does he get shoved to the ground? I don't know if I saw contact on that one. I will have to see a different angle to see if Shelke gave him a nudge. A 1 minute slash. Here we go. Here's a look again. Okay, he got him on the helmet there. He was already going down to the ground, so Shelke bails him out because he was falling down courtesy of the worm of the turf monster, but the slash coming down on the helmet. The official made a good call there. Can't hit helmet, obviously. That's an easy call.
So a rare man-up situation in this game. Haven't seen him. Now Darien.
But I think Tyler Foley, number 11, has the green light here.
But this possession, courtesy of Ryan Mulligan, the fifth pole, has done a great job for Coach Braemeier all year long. Coach Braemeier says of Mulligan, when he's in there, we don't miss a beat. Here's another shot and a laser. Put it home, Colin Delaney. As Delaney continues to strive, his fourth goal of the game.
Almost an exact replay to Ryan's last goal, just moving in inch by inch, giving yourself a great shot. There you see number 4 out there, and then he comes in and then picks the shot, goes stick side. DePrima can't pick it out of the air. Ready to go, ready to shoot before the slide comes. A great shot. Hugging the pipe and tickling the twine.
Jeff Braemeier says of Colin Delaney, what can you say? He's been in the middle of it all in his 3 years on the Blue Wave. State championships, FCAC championships. And now in his senior year, he's got 4 goals in his final FCAC final. They were bitterly disappointed a year ago when they lost in the semifinals to New Canaan.
Certainly not panic time with 7.5 left to play, down by 2. But I think the Tigers are going to have to pick up the intensity on the defensive end just a little bit right now. Darien way too comfortable, and their outside shooters are getting looks that are just too good right now.
Here comes Darien once again, swarming the cage right now, putting a lot of pressure on this Ridgefield defense. Ryan, big dodge on the inside. That shot goes wide, but it's backed up nicely. Another opportunity, another shot. Sails up and over the bar by Tyler Foley.
See, that's what I was saying. Casey McKnight, number 7, goes way out on Foley, gets a check on the shot. Foley's been picking corners like he's a shooting drill. Finally, a Ridgefield player comes out and challenges.
Now Bolton. Bolton a descent check now. Play a little 2-man game. Descent check now. Up top to Delaney. Stick checked off nicely by Johnny Mira. A lot of pressure now on the defense of McKenzie, Gallioni, Shelke, and Mira to try and keep this deficit at 2. They have answered the bell all year long. Just 2 losses for Ridgefield. 1 to Darien and 1 to New Fairfield. The Rebels and CJ Costabile, who head to Duke, beat them 17-13. Darien now still looking, a dump in front of goal. Just great ball movement, and on the receiving end is Mike Ryan Jr. And the Williams-bound senior has another goal in this game. Mike Ryan Jr. has had a stellar night on the Pontiac Game of the Week, his third.
That's why they call it execution. So look at that thread the needle pass by Nicky Disenchek right to the stick of 13 Ryan. So much emphasis being placed on the outside shooters after they've been peppering DePrima. Everyone ready to jump outside, so the pass goes inside. Ryan knows how to finish, but a great pass. Disenchek to Ryan. Darien in control.
That was a great pass. And Mike Ryan Sr., I know he loves to see his son score a goal, but Disenchek, that was crafty. And Nicky has assisted on the last 3 Darien goals. Nicky Disenchek, who will be in an Ivy League school playing lacrosse in 2 years. You can mark it down.
All right, so quickly on the defensive end, Ridgefield is being shut off. White goes all the way out to the 50 to make him play 5-on-5. 27, Tim Clinton all over the future Cavalier, basically eliminating him from this possession. It's 5-on-5 lacrosse right now.
Gallioni has the ball stick-checked off. Excellent work that time by Corey Caputo. Caputo gives his green wave, his blue wave, a possession.
So that defensive adjustment works in favor of Darien as they take it away. And now 5.5 away from the championship.
Chaz Brickman, look at the brick house. He threads a pass across. Now turn it back to the goal, and he scores. Mike Ryan Jr. does it again. Ryan is on absolute fire, his 4th of the night. And Darien is putting Ridgefield away.
The Tigers want to talk it over. It was great ball movement. Brickman here gets the pass, thinks about the shot, but sees his buddy wide open as he slides off the check again. 6'3", you got to bring a little bit more than that. And the defender doesn't break down, and Ryan goes right by him for the easy goal.
Well, this game was tied at 6. Since then, it has been 6-2 in favor of the 06 FCX champions. Does Ridgefield have anything left? Come on back. The Game of the Week returns after this.
Okay, so let me handle this. Finding a deal is harder than you think. It takes a trained eye to spot it.
Like this one? Or those two? Or all of those?
This Memorial Day, we've quietly placed specially marked 08 cars and trucks on our lots. Find great deals like $2,500 cash back on many G6s in stock, with an EPA estimated 30 miles per gallon on the highway. Find the arrow, find the deal, but only for 10 days. See your Buick Pontiac GMC dealer today.
Hello? Dude, if I leave, I'm fired. All right, I'm coming.
When the crave calls, answer with one of White Castle's tasty chicken sandwiches, including our new Chicken Italiano, just $1.59 for a limited time.
Man, if there was ever a remote control to fight for, you're looking at it. The IOTV remote. Hit this button to find hit movies on demand. Fast forward, rewind. This button controls your DVR for IO. Push this button to record your favorite shows to watch later. This one to pause live TV. Did I mention hundreds of your favorite channels? The most free HD you can get? IOTV. It's no exaggeration to say there's nothing remotely like it.
Get ready to do something you absolutely love. Train to become a chef at the Center for Culinary Arts. Learn a variety of cooking techniques from qualified chef instructors in our fully equipped kitchens. With our hands-on approach to training, you could start your culinary career in fine dining establishments, casual bistros, bakeries, pastry shops, hotels, resorts, or casinos. Get started right now. Call the Center for Culinary Arts in Cromwell or Shelton at 1-866-394-CHEF.
Darien has opened up a 4-goal lead with 5 minutes to go. Of course, you'll see highlights of this game and lots of championship games on the MSG Lax Report this Tuesday night. Let's check in with Mike Quick back in New York.
Jimmy, Eamon, Maggie, hope everything's going well up there at Brian McMahon High School in Norwalk, Connecticut, site of this year's Fairfield County Championship. Next week, Tuesday night on the Lax Report, powered by SportsGist.com at 10:30. Kind of an interesting show. This year we found so many brothers are making impact in the Tri-State. So it's Brothers Night. We have them from all over the Tri-State, Yorktown, Rocky Point, Johnson Regional. The Brothers Week on the Lax Report, powered by SportsGist.com. Back to Brian McMahon High School and the FCAC Championship. Jimmy, Eamon, Maggie, take it away.
All right, Mike, gotta love that set all decorated up for Memorial Day. Great time of year as the calendar turns from May to June, and what a show we'll have on Tuesday night on the MSG Lax Report. Oh, brother, that's gonna be a good show. Kids grow up as brothers, the cages in the backyard, good things are gonna happen. Now, look at Mike Ryan, 4th goal of the day, but Mike Ryan has scored 3 goals in the 4th quarter, Mac, and that's doing it when they count.
Well, this was a championship game. Last week was a championship game. Next week on the MSG High School Lax Game of the Week presented by Pontiac, we will crown another champion, the New Jersey Tournament of Champions Championship. Will it be the Green Wave of Del Barton? They were upset in that game last year by this team, Mountain Lakes. Will the Morris County champion make it all the way to Rutgers? Or will Ridgewood? They've had some tough 1-goal losses, but the Maroons are thinking about getting there. And Chatham, the upstart, they want to end Mountain Lakes' reign in Group 1. They couldn't get it done in the Morris County tournament. But from now on, it's all about championships, going home with rings. The New Jersey Tournament of Champions, and then all 3, Class A, Class B, Class C, the New York State Championships from Schuart Stadium of the campus of Hofstra University.
Wow, all 3. That is going to be a spectacular weekend of lacrosse as the Empire State will crown 3 champions.
Come on, it's past Memorial Day. What are we doing with those blankets? It's lacrosse weather.
Hey, man, the sun has gone down. On a night here that Ridgefield has been oh so impressive, Mac, but it looks like Darien is doing what Darien does. They are putting a team away when they have to.
And you have to give credit to the coaching staff and the players for making adjustments. First, they started peppering them with the outside shots. Foley and Delaney getting locked in, and then they started looking inside to Ryan. So the big-time players coming up, and they started to shut off White. Really, the Tigers have not gotten comfortable on the offensive end in the 4th quarter here. And now wonder if Darien goes to kill some clock here as we're under 5 to play with a 4-goal lead.
You know, there's no question about that. The Jeff Braymeyer team up by 4 goals with 4 minutes left. They are going to do everything that has a high percentage.
So now the stall warning's been put on Darien. They have to keep it in the box. If the ball or a player with the ball steps out of the restraining box, it will be a turnover. No shot clock in high school or college lacrosse. This is the way to prevent stalling.
You see Ryan, great stick work right there, coming through the teeth of the defense. And he drops it off to Delaney. Colin Delaney has had a huge FCAC final. So he has left it all on the field.
So now under 4 minutes, at some point, Ridgefield's going to be more aggressive and is going to have to start doubling the ball to force the turnover, or else Darien will just run out the clock.
Tyler Foley, the junior, has provided so much energy tonight. And there's a pass in front that sails right over the top at Chaz Brickman. Lets it go high and wide. Chaz Brickman has a very active FCAC final.
You want the big man to bury this shot, but you notice the game plan as soon as the double came. As soon as the double came, they knew where to move it to. So now they have to keep it in again. Great check there by number 11, Johnny Mira.
Johnny Mira on the close D right there. Tough and rumble Johnny Mira, the captain of the football team. So now Ridgefield. Can they mount one final charge? Here's a big shot from the outside, but Jamison Love was right on the hard bouncer that time by Aaron Mathias.
Mathias beat him with that exact same shot way back in the 1st quarter. This time Love was ready for it. And he comes up big, and now they can kill some more clock.
It was a shot Mathias had to take. Ridgefield needs a little spark. So now under 3 minutes to go. When you look at Ridgefield this year, though, it'll be a year that goes down in history. For the first time ever, they beat Wilton. First time ever in program history, they beat Wilton. They got their first 2 wins in FCIAC playoff history. And of course, the monumental 2 victories over the Greenwich Cardinals, the defending FCIAC champs. They knocked them out. Here's a drive to the cage and a goal as Darien's Johnny Bolton, the junior, puts it home. And it's 13-8.
So much speed. He just beat his man. The goal line extended and finished it off with the wraparound. You see Ridgefield being aggressive, going for the takeaway, and he burns him. Gets the shot off before the slide comes. The inside roll, taking away the angle there from the slide, turning his body, head towards the goal. Smart play there by Bolton to make it a 5-goal difference.
Good to see you. Take care, Bob.
So off the face-off.
Looks like Disencheck came out of the box a little too early, so Ridgefield will get the ball.
Boy, for Ridgefield, Mac, their moment was tied at 5. They come out and score first in the second half to take a 6-5 lead as White goes to the cage. Has that one knocked down. But since they took that 6-5 lead, it has been all Darien. Here's Jamison Love now looking for the assist as he slides one in front to Kevin Green.
Watch out. Gorski put on the brakes there.
Nobody's in the cage now. Nobody besides Timmy Clinton.
Now Love is back. Pass goes off the stick of Tiger anyway.
Coming about 1:30 to go now. 4th and final quarter, the FCIAC championships. So Darien will win their 11th FCIAC crown. They will win their 4th FCIAC in the last 5 years.
See Coach Stockfish there a little frustrated by the final 4th quarter of this game, but as you mentioned, Jimmy, so much to be impressed about by the Tigers this year. You know, we asked him before the game if he felt his team was ahead of schedule with so many young sophomores and juniors on the roster. And he said, actually, we're a year behind schedule. And he mentioned, no, he talked about last year being 8-8. So many of those 8 losses of the 1-goal and 2-goal variety. If you turn that around, you got a winning season. But they learned from that, went forward this year, and they'll be a force to reckon with next year.
Oh, yeah, the core of this team, juniors and sophomores, they've been winning together since the 3rd grade. As 8th graders, they went 20-0. And tonight, they came up against Darien, the team with so much history. A team that knows how to finish and close in the big game. And that's part of the maturation process for a program. And Darien, they got their wake-up call trailing 6-5. And they ripped off 7 goals to 2 goals for Ridgefield. And you see that number 10 will go to 11, and they will seek their 6th state title and their 4th in a row. They have won in 05, 06, and 07 a state championship. For the former Blue Wave graduate, Jeff Braymeyer, who next year will get his 400th win.
You're putting the cart before the horse there. You think Darien's going to have at least a 9-win season? Well, of course, they have the state championship to go through this year, so.
Here's a shot and a goal now. Never say die for Colin Scott, the senior attackman, playing in his final FCIAC game. He'll head off to the University of Denver. The strong finisher has had a great night. He has looked like the great player that Denver knows they're getting.
Pioneers play an interesting style of lacrosse, and the lefty with a good shot will fit in fine there, the good finisher. Coach Monroe's Pioneers making it to the end, making it back to the NCAA tournament, giving Maryland a scare in the first round. Jimmy, you know what league Denver's in? Your favorite lacrosse league.
It's the Great Western Lacrosse League. The Great Western Lacrosse League. All right, that's it.
I wasn't expecting to sing it.
It's been a long season with Eamon next to me. It's really tough to do a game with a guy wearing a Notre Dame lacrosse uniform right next to you.
Come on, man, only Maverick lacrosse. There's no blue and gold up here.
Final minute now, the 2008 FCIAC Championship. And as we will not have a first-time winner in a consecutive years, the Greenwich Cardinals won their first ever last year, but Darien is on their way as they lead by 4 goals with under a minute left. And what a night it's been for Mike Ryan Jr. and company. You know they were disappointed, to say the least, in losing in the semifinals a year ago. They have come back with a vengeance here in 08.
Darien, a championship program that thinks championship from the minute it rolls the balls out, and that will be on display the rest of the year here on the MSG High School Lax Game of the Week presented by Pontiac. Next week we head to Rutgers. We know Jimmy and I will be there, but what teams will be there? Will it be Chatham, Del Barton, Mountain Lakes, Ridgewood? Some great lacrosse being played in New Jersey this year. And then on June 15th, all day lacrosse for you. Great way to celebrate Father's Day, Jimmy. A couple of 3 lacrosse games, the New York State Class A, Class B, and Class C championships.
You talk about talent on display on MSG when it comes to the game of high school lacrosse. That's what that Father's Day will be all about. And Mike Ryan Jr., he has impressed his father, Mike Ryan Sr. tonight. The leading scorer head off to Williams next year with just a special night here on the Game of the Week in his final FCAC championship.
Jimmy, there's a rumor that those Class A, Class B, and Class C New York State championships from Stewart Stadium on Hofstra University will be in sparkling HD. Just a rumor. I can't confirm or deny, but that could be a possibility.
That is confirmed. We will be screaming in HD. You better get a good close shave that morning.
I was going to say, you know any good makeup people who can help me out?
Zinchek doing some work behind the cage. Nicky, the true leader, getting better every game, says his head coach Jeff Braymeyer has blossomed into one of the best attackmen in Connecticut. He's had a great night distributing the ball. Final 25 seconds. Here's Ryan now, as he will just pull it out, being chased by Ridgefield.
Very impressive job by the Darien offense tonight to regroup. First they went with the outside shots and then the great teamwork.
Final 10 seconds. The Darien motto when it comes to championship games is one thing. They want to end the game in a pile. Well, right now, look to the keeper, Jamison Love, because the pile is on for the Darien Blue Wave. They are your FCAC champions for 2008, right here on the Pontiac Lacrosse.